going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Perfect. So I hear myself. Gonna give everybody a few minutes to join this stream, and then we'll start. We have. Feel like I'm missing a pair. Which pair am I missing? Bitcoin, gold, USDCAD, 30, GU, GJ, EURCAD is missing. It is all good. We'll give everybody like a minute or two to join. We'll give them till 6:50, 6:48 right now. Oh, never mind. It is 6:50. We'll give everybody till 6:52. My time on my phone is different than the one on my computer. It's good, Muhammad. With the stream, my brother. Giving everybody another minute, and then we'll go ahead and start. I'm good, man. Didn't take any trades today, but you know, neither did I. There was a few trades. I think there was only two trades. I think EURUSD was one and US30, if I'm not mistaken. That gave an entry point US30 was the only one that was valid, but I missed it 100%. It was something that I missed completely while we were doing the breakdown, which is my fault, and I didn't see it until like after the fact. Um, right, like the entry was given and it started moving a few pips. We'll go over it and I'll show you. And then obviously after the fact, I'm like, oh man, this would have been a good continuation trade. But again, just based it on the rules, everything that we saw this morning, you know, everything already did what we were looking for. So, nah, I didn't take any trades today. I was half sleeping in the stream, didn't wake up for London open. Once I saw that everything moved early, I went back to bed. Yeah. Nah, that's why too today I was like, dude, we need to do this session a little bit early and then so I go to bed, bro, cuz these last couple days I've been fucking going to sleep not super late, but like was late for me, right? Like I'm in bed always by 8:30, 9 o'clock, the latest. Um and yeah, so like I've been going to bed at fucking 11:30, 12 o'clock. So waking up at 4:35, I'm like, oh man, still been waking up, but I've just been mad tired. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start this. So AUDUSD, right? I'm not gonna go over the daily time frame or the 4 hour. We're just gonna base. Well, we'll go to the daily and we'll go down, right? Just to see where we're at, what we want to look for, right? So AU, we know we're looking for our A2 push to make our new low, right? We made lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we're looking for a continuation to go into lower lows. In the 4 hour, we had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs to then where price made lower low to where we're at now, lower high, right? So we have a change of character in the 4 hour time frame. In the 30-minute time frame, we have a change of character and a break of structure. So now at this point, I am looking for a pullback. The pullback I'm looking for is at least a 50% retracement. But basing it on what price is doing now and what price has been doing since 4 p.m. today, right? Price just started consolidating, right? So the fact that price is consolidating, and before price started consolidating, we had price push all the way down and created imbalanced candles, right? This already tells me that price is gonna do one of two things, right? It's either gonna give us a flag post pattern, which is gonna be when price trends down, right, consolidates between 23.6 and 38.2, and this is where we'll see price go down, right? That's one thing. Or we're gonna see one of the type 1 or type 2 or type 3 pattern, right, where price consolidates, breaks above, gives us a double top somewhere here at the top side to then start going down, right? That would be a type 1 pattern. Type 2 pattern would be when price consolidates, breaks below, retests to continue to go. Or type 3 would be consolidation, break, come back halfway to then go down, right? But in this instance, the way price is looking at, I really think we're going to get a type 1 pattern, right? So CHF-JPY, we have no continuations. Right now for price to go up, my only valid trade on CHF-JPY is not these highs, not these highs, right? Again, my valid trade on CHF-JPY is going to be the breaks above these highs up here. Right, so with that being said, CHF-JPY, I'm just going to skip it until we get those moves. Euro AUD, same situation. Right, we already broke above what we were looking for. Right, these trades on Euro AUD happened super early. This is the reason why I didn't really want to keep looking at Euro AUD. It's a nice pair if you're trading London and Asia session, right? But the reason why I never really looked at Euro AUD, even though ADR is good, it's a pair that moves really early. Give me 1 second, guys, sorry. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So Euro AUD, I'm also gonna skip, guys. I'm not gonna be messing with Euro AUD. It's a pair that moves super early. You know, we'll do a breakdown for it, but for the most part, when I'm looking at my list, I don't really wanna focus too much on that. Euro USD, right? As we know, we're looking for price to go up. Go to the daily time frame, market makers pattern, right? Right now we are in V1, right? We're not in a position where we want to be. We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. We want to see price continue to push down and give us a steeper pullback somewhere into this zone to then start looking for price to go up. Or we're just looking for continuations, right? And in this case for today, right, an entry was given today. But when was that entry given? I seen somebody in the Discord, I think it was Donovan, right? The entry that was given for this one was a simple just what would be considered a type 1 pattern, right? It was a multi-session type 1 pattern. Price consolidated, broke below, gave us a double bottom to then continue to push to the top side, right? There's two things I don't like about this. I didn't like about this entry. The number one reason is STP, right? STP and ADR for the day was already hit, right? ADR for the day is 51, it did 49. STP is 34, right? I'm always looking at STP first before ADR. So the fact that STP was already hit, that was already our first indication like, hey, let's take a step back. Don't fall into any of these trades. Let's wait until we could get some type of clear trend, right? Because at this point, yes, we're still trading between higher high, higher low, and higher high up here, right? And we can see that price right now has just been from the bottom to the middle, right? And in the middle, we went right back down to the bottom to go back up to the middle of the zone. Right, so with that being said, I don't like taking trades here in the middle, but if we could get a continuation, then that'd be perfect, right? And at this point, the same thing as AUD USD, we could already see that prices starting to move sideways. So we could already start getting ready to be expecting either a type 1, type 2, or type 3 pattern, right? Or it could be the same thing as a flag post pattern, right? Where price breaks to the top side or to the bottom, right? But in this case, it's the top side, right? If price consolidates between 23.6 and 38.2, then we could expect a flag post pattern to the top side for Euro USD. But at this point, again, Euro USD is in the middle of the 30-minute high and 30-minute low, so I won't really be looking for any trade opportunities here. GJ, we have 2 days of drop, looking for the third day, right? 372. Now, this 372 is moving counter. So am I expecting price to give me a new low, or am I expecting price to do the same thing as US30 today, which was, we'll go back for reference, right? But US30 had a nice 372. Am I expecting GJ to do the same thing as US30, where it went down and gave us a low and then started to push up, right? That could be something I'm expecting for GJ, because remember, we still have this gap here at the top side. Also, let's go to the daily time frame, not the daily, the 4 hour. Right, we have 3 weeks of rise, last week being the third week. This week, yes, we had gaps in the week, so we know that it reset the trend, right? But when we're just keeping it simple, right, after 3 weeks of rise, I'm not expecting a fourth week. I'm expecting either a no net, exactly what we're doing now for this week, or a drop. So right now, price is in that no net area. Sorry guys, I'm a little congested, man. My nose is killing me. Also, why this 372 I'm not really a fan of. Again, we're in the middle between the 30-minute high and the 30-minute low, and we haven't gotten a break of structure yet. We just got a change of character, right? So just a waiting game, right? And at this point, again, since I am waiting for price to still go up to cover this gap that we have at 191.486, if I start seeing uptrend structure, then we'll start looking for those trades going up, right? But I want to see these highs being broke first. Give me 1 second, guys. My bad, I had to go blow my nose. So GJ, for that reason why I'm not expecting this 372 to happen. Now, could a 372 happen? Yes, it can. If price continues to go down, right? Could price get to this 30-minute low, and then this is where we'll see price continuing the trend to the top side? Absolutely. The reason I say that is, again, we're consolidating between this low and these highs, right? We can see how price failed to break these highs, right? If we put a straight line across here, we can see how both of these two green candles here were still testing the zone. None of these were a clean break of structure. So we know that we're still consolidating between this high and this low, right? At the low of consolidation, we want to see price do exactly what happened here. Respect the lows, bounce off of it to continue to go up. GU, we are in a uptrend in the overall pattern, but we know that we're still stuck between the first zone of consolidation. No continuations in the daily time frame, no continuations on the 4 hour, 30-minute time frame. We can see how price is just still consolidating, right? Still making higher highs and higher lows, right? Still trending here up until we get to this point where we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we had lower high, higher low, and this is where price has just been moving sideways up until today, where price went right back down but still respected the higher low that was created, right? Because if we're looking at this in the 30-minute time frame, right, we know that we're trading between this high and this low. This broke, gave us this low and this high, right? These highs were never tapped into, right? These lows haven't been tapped into either. Right, so we're still trading between this low and this high. The GU at this moment, I'm looking for, yo, this cat is going crazy right now. We know that for price to continue to go up, we want to see price break above these highs. So we'll just start adding these lines here. It's nothing big yet, so I'm not going to add a big zone. But we could see this here at this point. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. US30, right? 372. So I'm not expecting price to go back down, right? What we do know and what we do see is that we have a gap to start that started off the day for today, right? So we already know price reset. Can price continue to go down now that we had a price reset? Absolutely, right? And that's what you want to take a look at. So not really much to say on US30, right? Market makers pattern, there's really none. Market structure, we do have market structure, right? We obviously still see higher highs, higher lows, and we just created another higher high. We were in a zone of consolidation, then price went up and broke above, right? Gave us that third push, which is that third high. Could this be where price turns around, right? After price gave us that new high, it gave us what a lot of traders would say a triple top, shoulder head shoulder, right? It gave us a change of character and it gave us a break of structure. So could we expect price to continue to trend down and push down? Absolutely, right? We created a new 4-hour high, we created a new daily high, price has tapped into it and bounced off of it already, right? It made high, low, lower high, lower low to where we're at now, lower high, lower low, right? So it's just a waiting game, right? And what I mean by that, right? What could we see right now on US30? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Now we know we're trading between, I'm gonna mark this high here, and this low here. USDCAD, we have 2 days of rise. Price is at the top of the 4-hour zone, but we're gonna mark it either way. Third day high. And again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Any pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. Looking at the overall, where are we? Middle of V2, right in the middle of consolidation. So we're not in the best place to look for a trade. We have 2 weeks of rise, but the same thing that I was explaining earlier in the week, right? Because last week didn't give us a new high, I wasn't really counting this as a second week, but we could already see how this week price already went up and gave us that new high, right? So now that we're at the top of the zone again, right? At the top of the zone would have been a little bit easier if we were closer to the zone, and if we would have had a break of structure with the pullback, then we would have been looking for another, right? A confirmed, like this is definitely gonna go up. Right at this point, prices again just consolidating, right? Just moving sideways these last couple hours. So we just gotta be patient, right? This is gonna be a trade that we're gonna most likely gonna have to look at during London session to go into NYC. GBPCAD, I got you. I'll do it after these. Right, gold still just consolidating here in the middle of the zone. Right, so not a lot to say about gold. Same as US30. Overall market makers pattern is not really nothing crazy. Right, there is none. Market structure continuations, there is none. Price is just again moving sideways here, right? And we can see that in the 30-minute time frame, right? So again, I don't really have any trades on gold unless we get a nice engulfing candle or we get some type of nice structure, right? Once I see lower lows, lower highs, I need to see a change of character in the BOS. Once I get, right, because we have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? But now we can see that price is just disrespecting the internal moves and making lower low, lower high, lower low to where we're at now, higher high, higher low, right? So gold is going to be a waiting game as well, nothing really much to break down. And then Bitcoin, same thing, right? 3 days of rise, not expecting another day of rise today, possibly be looking for a pullback, right? Or a no net. Let's do GBPCAD here before we go. So go to the daily time frame, right? We are in V1, looking for the second push to be made in the market makers pattern, right? So exactly what we had drawn out the last time we went over this. We're looking for consolidation, looking for price to break above to then continue to go. Right now we're still trading between the same high and the same daily low, in the 4-hour time frame. Still trading between the same high and the same low. We can see how price is just consolidating here. And in the 30-minute, we're reaching the high. Right, so we know that we're trading here. We have a previous day of rise, 2 days of rise. Today was that third day of rise. Beautiful. After the second day of rise, it gave us a pullback. During Asia session going London session, it gave us a new high for the third day, 372. Right, so today, what are we expecting? We're expecting another pullback. Right, so we know now that we're trading between this low and the high up here. GBPCAD, like I said, right? For us to look for a continuation at this point, we just gotta wait, right? Because already the move for the week was already done, 372. Right, once that 372 is done, actually, let me see. This probably was a no net, this candle. No, it was a 372. Right, 1 day of rise, 2nd day of rise, 3rd day of rise. Right, after 3 days of rise, market must chop or drop. So that's what we'd be expecting for today. That's pretty much it. If there's any other questions, let me know. If not, we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Best pair to keep an eye on. I would say keep an eye on AU for sure. Keep an eye on AU since we have that change of character in BOS already. Expect a pullback to happen to give us a new push to the bottom side. Now, if AU just decides to melt the same way it did yesterday, then it is what it is, right? All the other pairs, CHF, JPY, we just gotta wait for it. Euro USD, we just have to wait for it as well. GJ is gonna be interesting. Depends on how GJ moves, right? If it decides to move early, then we know that when we wake up, by the time we start trading, if price is down here, let's see, how many pips is this? Right, 40 pips still gives us enough room to look for price to go back up and cover this gap and continue that uptrend pattern. Right, so GJ is going to be another interesting one to keep an eye on. So GJ, AU, US30 is going to be nice for NYC. And that's pretty much it, guys. Everything else, again, just based on where we're at in the trend, not really that good, right? Not in the best places to be in right now, right? A lot of the trades from last week, right? Thursday, the ones that we've missed, and then the ones from Monday were pretty good, right? Those trades would have set us up for the whole week. So, right now that we know all these pairs already moved, right? They made their trades, their move earlier in the week and last week. We know we just have to be patient now. We just have to wait for price to set up, do what it has to do, and then take those trades whenever they are presented to us. Thanks, no problem, my brother. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Pretty quick stream today, pretty quick session, just half an hour. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Link will be provided in the chat. Make sure you guys join. We'll post whenever we're live tomorrow morning. Peace out, guys.